Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love forecast for the second half of August from the 16th all the way through the 31st. General reading as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading and take from it what makes sense for you personally and release what does not make sense. So I'll be pulling from these 4 decks to get things started for your reading, Sagittarius, starting with the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. We'll go ahead and grab some cards from the Heart and Soul Whispers of Love by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. We'll also get some advice from the Truth deck, Soulmate Edition by Pretty Spirits, and I'll be grabbing some dialogue messages from my HEARTSPACE Oracle. So taking a look at the current energies for your connection, starting things off, let's take a look at that, and then I'm also guided to use some other decks later on in the reading. So let's begin, starting with the Arrows of Love, focusing on current energies for you and whoever it is that you are thinking about at this time, Sagittarius. All right, let's take a look. Some of you guys could also be cross-watching. This could also be, if it's not your sun sign, it could be moon, rising, or even your Venus sign. So let's go ahead and grab some input here, focusing on current energies, Sagittarius. Ooh, look at that. So we've got Cupid, the Arrows of Love. So maybe you're in love right now. Maybe there is somebody that obviously you already have in mind in your heart space. Could also be tapped into Valentine's Day. That could be something very romantic, of course, for you and this person. And Cupid's arrow has definitely hit your heart space. It's got possibly something to do with a past love. Take that if it makes sense, especially if they're coming through as a past love. They might not be in your life right now. There could be a separation here. We do have up in the air, so maybe you're not quite sure what's going on with this person, or if they're even on the same page, if they feel the same way. And then we do have key to my heart. Okay, so maybe you feel like this person really holds that key to your heart, or that's how they're feeling about you. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot and let's see what's going on there. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot deck here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Sagittarius. So this is one of those situations, perhaps, where you're a little bit uncertain as to how it's going to play out, especially if you guys just haven't seen each other in a long time. But you might still have a lot of love in your heart space for this person. They could also have a lot of love in their heart for you, but something happened here if this is your past love. Some of you guys could be dealing with a divine masculine who's coming in as this King of Swords, intellectual power, as we can see right there. This is representing Aquarius energy specifically. So we might have a divine masculine who at one point in time, maybe they weren't too tapped into their heart space or their emotions. The King of Swords can be more rational minded, and they tend to not be as open to being too expressive when it comes to love and romance until they're really ready to focus and be loyal to that connection. But we do have the Arrows of Love, Cupid, right there. So I can't help but feel that maybe we have a masculine here who's now open to the possibility of possibly opening up their heart to what this could represent should you guys be given another chance to return. And then we have the Lovers card right there. Some of you guys could even be dealing with a Gemini, perhaps. So what we're seeing here is we might have had a masculine who, again, wasn't too tapped into their heart space, but maybe with the Lovers card right there, they want to be able to make different choices here, to be able to reconnect here. So it could be the masculine, divine feminine, that feels that you hold the key to their heart, and maybe they aren't sure if you're on the same page. Things are up in the air right now. We've got the Four of Wands here, so it could be a twin flame connection that's in separation for some of you guys. Maybe you feel like your twin that you're in separation from, this is your past love, and there's someone here who wants to reconnect. This right here represents happy times. It represents this very celebratory type energy. It could be future marriage for some of you. For those of you that relate to this, you could have been married to this person but there could have also been infidelity here. The Lovers card can sometimes represent a love triangle or third-party situations right there. But this here, it's a very solid foundation in the relationship, a happy home, a happy relationship, a happy marriage. You know, everything that you could want in this partnership, it's right here. It's reflected right here. And if you guys are at a distance from one another right now, there's the possibility that this person here may be a masculine who's wanting to really decide once and for all that they want to be able to invest their time in this connection once again. Look at that. We've got the 10 of Cups here. So that right next to the 4 of Wands, there's something tied into celebrations, happy times, a very special love connection, whether it's twin flames or soulmates. This right here represents fulfillment, families, reunions, satisfaction, you name it. It's reflected right there. And then we've got the 3 of Cups coming through here. So again, celebrations. So maybe right now there's not a whole lot to celebrate, especially if you guys are in separation, or there's this level of uncertainty as to whether or not you guys can ever make this work. But if you can both work together on this and really get onto the same wavelength, thinking the same things, wanting the same things, then maybe there could be a future love connection here, reconnection, a reunion, or even possibly a long-term commitment, could be marriage, okay? And then we have the Chariot right here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancer specifically also. So this is triumph, this is movement. If things just aren't progressing right now between you and this person, I feel that's what it is that they're wanting, to be able to create movement. This right here is overcoming the struggles and the challenges that you guys have been through perhaps. That's why they're your past love, not your present or current love. There's separation here. But if, as I've said, if you guys work together and collaborate on this, it's very much about teamwork, then yeah, you guys can have this very triumphant outcome to this connection here. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is also a really great card, and that's followed by 2 aces. Look at this, Ace of Pentacles, and then you've got the Ace of Cups. So this is perhaps a new chapter that they're wanting. They're coming in with this stability and security and this solid offer, possibly towards commitment and marriage. Maybe their finances are a lot better at this point as well. Maybe yours is also. And then we've got the 9 of Cups right here. So there's something about them wishing to still be a part of your life, and you're still a huge part of their heart space, even though they are your past love, even though maybe you guys have been in separation for a very long time. All right, so that's what's currently coming forward when it comes to this partnership. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional advice here. And I wanted to take a look at their innermost thoughts about the connection. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some cards from the Heart and Soul Whispers of Love, and then we'll incorporate maybe a card or two from the Truth Deck Soulmate Edition. All right, their innermost thoughts about the connection. So they are your past love for a reason. Something must have happened here to create distance and time apart. Look at this. We just aren't compatible anymore. Now, some of you guys might also be relating to what's coming through here and what it is that you want to tell them. You know, so there must have been an issue regarding compatibility, and maybe at one point in time you guys were doing great and something happened here to break you guys up. What else? Let's grab a couple more from here. For Sagittarius, working takes a lot of my energy. Sorry, I'm just tired. So it could be one of those things too where they threw a lot of their energy into work, and we do see here that they might possibly still be doing that, because with cards like the Ace of Pentacles, you know, finances, abundance, their workflow, that seems to be going pretty good. And then 10 of Pentacles, financial windfall. So there's something about their career that could be really thriving, you know, and that could have been something that they were doing when you guys were together, throwing a lot of that energy into work and not so much the partnership. And so maybe after a while you kind of got sick of that and you weren't their priority. And so maybe what brought you guys together initially also drove you apart, maybe. Let's grab one more here. For Sagittarius. I don't want to lose you to someone else. So if that's the case, they're going to have to put in a lot of effort to really show you that they want to fix this. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a card from the Truth deck here. Soulmate Edition for Sagittarius. And then we'll, of course, clarify here. Okay, so someone is the runner here. And the card after that is Divine Union. So the thing is, you know, we've seen cards like the Ten of Cups wanting to bring you guys together. Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment. You know, Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. So these cards are talking about that divine union. But if they are actually the runner here, maybe they have had some issues when it comes to commitment, you know, once things get a little bit too intense, maybe for this person, they either weren't ready for commitment, or again, they might have thrown their energies into their career or even other people, you know, but now they're coming through saying, I don't want to lose you to someone else. So they really need to decide what it is that they want to do. They can't keep running if ultimately they want to have a second chance in this partnership, you know? So let's go ahead and see what else we can pick up when it comes to that type of issue. I'll be pulling from my TANIELU tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Look at this, Sagittarius. This is your own energy in the Temperance card. Okay? So, again, if things just aren't moving the way you'd like in your love life or with a particular person, it's going to take time. And who knows, it might happen around Sagittarius season where you will find somebody that is very compatible with you if you're not interested in reconnecting with this person who is just running away from the connection. Okay? And you're meant to be very happy in time. Okay? So if this person really can't do right by you, if they're too busy running away from their feelings or what it is that they need to do to manifest this in the 3D, this is telling you that in time, you will be able to restore balance and harmony in your life, perhaps through a new love connection, if not a new chapter with this person, this past love of yours, because going back to what came through already, the Ace of Cups also represents that new love. So if they don't take action to make this happen, then this is almost like the universe telling you, it's like, you know what, it's okay, because you're going to find happiness regardless. Okay. We do have the Divine Masculine coming in as the King of Cups. Some of you guys could also be dealing perhaps with a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And it could also be representing the masculine that I tapped into earlier, where, you know, they weren't tapped into their emotions, but here we are. The King of Cups is fully open to their feelings and their heart space. They've grown up. They recognize what it is that they want to do. And if they really don't want to lose you to someone else, then they're going to have to take action to bring in this happiness, you know, and to be able to help bring you guys back together. So it falls on the masculine, I feel, to be able to take action for this to work itself out. Let's see here. Six of Pentacles. It really is about equality. One person can't be running away in order for this partnership to work out. You both have to be fully invested in the connection. And then we have the Three of Wands right here. So there is progress that can be made in your love life, Sagittarius. It just doesn't guarantee that it's with the person that you're thinking about, because They have their own free will, so do you. You know, maybe give it a little bit of time, 3, 6 months, no more than a year, and see if you're actually able to see them taking action to be able to fix things between the two of you. If nothing is happening, then this is perhaps a sign for you to get moving in a different direction, to welcome in a new chapter, new love, you know, so that things can finally transition away from what happened in the past with a past love to welcome in someone new, to bring you into divine union with somebody. This is really interesting. Look at this. So we've got the Queen of Cups representing itself here. So why is that significant? Because we have the masculine and the feminine both coming in, fully opening up to what your hearts are telling you and feeling. Okay, and so maybe divine feminine, your intuition is telling you that this particular masculine will eventually be ready to either commit or open themselves up fully to what this relationship can turn into. If it doesn't represent the past love, then this might represent your ideal person in this lifetime, somebody that really can bring you everything that you're looking for in the relationship, someone that can represent that divine union, somebody who's not going to run away from their commitment towards you and the relationship. This is somebody, again, who's equally invested. So I feel, regardless of where you're at on this journey, Sagittarius, in time, you'll be able to find that happiness that you have been searching for, whether it is through a reconnection with a past love, or it is through somebody new that comes in that's able to offer you what has been missing. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. All right, so that's what this person is telling you from their innermost thoughts, that they ultimately don't want to lose you to someone else. But if they don't do anything about this, then it's kind of at a stalemate, you know, and that really gives you the prerogative to welcome in someone new. Okay, so let's take a look at messages from their higher self here. So I'll be pulling messages from my HEARTSPACE Oracle, Sagittarius. Some of these messages you might be able to relate to it for yourself and what it is that you would want to say to someone, but maybe at this point in time unable to. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Look at this. They still want to be yours, okay? This person feels that they really do belong to you, that they would love to be able to reconnect with you. What else for Sagittarius? Messages from their higher self. Love may be blind, but when it comes to you, I have 20/20 vision. So what that's telling us here, Sagittarius, is they have finally gained clarity. You know, the clouds have lifted. They now are able to really see clearly as to what it is that they want. Look at this. You're my dream come true. So they really have you in their dreams. They think about you often, perhaps. And then this one, aren't you tired of pretending that we don't love each other? I mean, that could very well be the case for some of you guys. Take it if it makes sense. So let's go ahead and clarify with some additional tarot messages. I'll be pulling from my tarot teacher, the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. All right, so what else do we need to know when it comes to this person? So they've gained clarity. They see things very clearly now. Maybe they were pretending that they were not in love before, you know? And this is telling us here, Sagittarius, you probably walked away from this person. Either they probably didn't have clarity back then if they either hurt you or treated you poorly in the relationship. There could have been other people that they were interacting with. So you probably walked away from this person here. This is something that's been weighing heavily on them. they've been carrying this burden around, you know, and now that they've gained this epiphany and they have a better understanding of what it is that they want and how they see you in the partnership, hopefully they'll be able to lay that heaviness down and take responsibility for their role, perhaps in a breakup, and why you guys are past loves. But I kind of feel when it comes to you, Sagittarius, that, you know, you've got your guard up. Maybe you're on the defensive right now. They certainly have regrets over the breakup right here. This hasn't been an easy time for this person at all, Sagittarius. I really do feel that it's been very frustrating for them. You know, they feel that sense of loss because you guys have been at a distance from one another. And maybe they feel like they failed you somehow, and maybe you agree with that. And what they're ultimately wanting here with that Ace of Wands truly is a new beginning with you. They still see the potential to be able to grow this partnership, to be able to reconnect. They still feel such a pull towards you. Okay, so that's what's coming forward from their higher self. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some songs, lyrical messages about the connection. I'll be pulling from my heart songs of the 90s here. If you're not familiar with the song, see if you relate to the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. All right, so let's grab 3 songs. Now let's take a look and see what that energy looks like. So this is somebody who's got a lot of regrets because they created a situation that broke you guys up, which is why they are in your past rather than in your present. Okay, so the first song, They're Missing You. This is by Steve Perry. For those of you who don't know who he is, he was the lead singer of Journey. All right, so the lyrics here say, you were there, now I'm here. You gave much more than I did. I gave what I had to give. If I could, you know I would. I'd make it up to you. Instead, I'm missing you in the place you used to be. You are lying next to me. Oh, I'm missing you. So they've got a lot of regrets here as to why you guys are in separation here. And they truly are missing your presence in their life. We also have Love Will Lead You Back by Taylor Dane. Saying goodbye is never an easy thing, but you never said that you'd stay forever. So if you must go, darling, I set you free, but I know in time that we'll be together. I won't try to stop you now from leaving, because in my heart I know love will lead you back. And maybe that's what this person is holding on to. The hope that maybe someday you'll decide to give them a second chance, that you'll eventually return, that you'll be back in their life. I feel when you guys parted ways, when you either walked away or said goodbye to this person, it was very difficult. Very difficult. Let's grab one more song for the collective here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. All right, one last song. For Sagittarius. Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection by Nelson. Okay, so this particular song is geared more so from a masculine to the feminine. Take it if it makes sense for your situation. You know, if it's reversed gender-wise for your relationship, then of course interpret it in your own way. But this song says, the lyrics, here she comes, just like an angel, seems like forever that she's been on my mind. Nothing has changed. She thinks I'm a waste of her time. There she goes. No, she don't know what she's missing. Can't she see I'll never give up the fight? I'll do all I can. She understands my desire. I've been on the outside looking in. Let me into your heart. Oh, there's nothing on earth that should keep us apart. Okay, so I still am feeling this divine masculine really letting the feminine know. First of all, they see you like this earth angel, perhaps, you know, like you were sent down from heaven to be able to meet them and love them and really add to their life. And once you left, it's almost like they felt like they had nothing left. And so this person is really wanting to bridge the gap because they really believe that you guys should be together rather than apart. And I mean, the title of the song in and of itself, Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection. So they're really struggling, but I couldn't help but look at the bottom of the deck for Sagittarius, and look at this. We have End of the Road by Boys to Men. So for some of you guys, maybe you really do feel that this is the end as far as how this relationship goes. They're in the past for a reason. Maybe there's a part of you that really prefers to keep them in the past, okay? Or they're really struggling over the fact that things came to an end because they really still see you guys as two people who belong together. All right, so the lyrics said we'd be forever. And there's that reference that keeps popping up, the forever reference. And maybe you guys even promised to be together forever and something happened here to break you guys up. All right, so said we'd be forever, said it'd never die. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? So there's that goodbye reference too. When I can't sleep at night without holding you tight, each time I try, I just break down and cry. Pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead, spinning around and around. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. So that's basically what they're describing to you, that it feels so unnatural because they really do feel that you guys belong together. And this has been a very difficult journey for this person. You know, and maybe for some of you guys, you feel like it's a lesson learned for them, especially since they might have done things to ruin the partnership. And it's one of those things truly where karma has really gone after them and taught them some major lessons here. Okay, so that's what's coming through from the songs, the lyrical messages for your connection. So we've come to this part of the reading, guys, where it's a little bit more interactive. Okay, so if you have any questions about your love connection, it can be about anything career related, friendships, family, health, whatever it is. So I'll go ahead and shuffle, and you guys can ask up to 3 questions from my yes/no oracle, and then we'll go ahead and add a time frame to that with my time traveler oracle. And the thing to remember here is if you end up getting an answer and a time frame that you're not happy with, just know that this is just guidance. It's general guidance. Nothing is ever written in stone. Okay, you always have your own free will to direct how this is going to go, and so does the other person. Okay, so this is just general guidance. Let's go ahead and see what presents itself here. All right, so question number 1, whatever it is, you can either say it out loud, think about it, focus on it, meditate on it. And the way I see answers that you don't like, it's either the wrong timing or there's something or someone way better suited for you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab an answer for question number 1 for Sagittarius. Okay, so we have a yes response for the first question. And I did a reading, I forget which sign it was, and they ended up getting yes, and then it said that time has passed. So in a way, I kind of read that as 2 cards giving one message, letting someone know it's like, okay, you're wanting something to happen, but that opportunity has passed. So that might appear as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's grab a time frame for question number 1 as to when something might happen here. Ooh, look at that. So the month of September, which is next month. So it's on its way to you, whatever that is. All right, guys. So hopefully that's a very positive response right there. All right, so if you have a second question, go ahead and ask your question, whatever that might be about, and we'll add a time frame to it for the collective for Sagittarius, question number 2. Okay, so we have another yes coming forward. Hopefully these are good yeses. All right, time frame for question number 2. Angels and spirit guides, please, a time frame for Sagittarius for question number 2. This one's going to take a little bit longer. It could take about a year. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for some of you guys. And it's interesting how, again, the Temperance card represents patience, which is your own Sagittarius energy for that card. So some of you guys might be listening to this and being like, oh my God, I'll have to wait a whole entire year for something to happen. But it is saying that it could ultimately transpire in your life, come to fruition. You just got to have patience for it to manifest. All right, so if you have a third question, now is the time to say it out loud, focus on it, think about it. For Sagittarius. Look at that, you guys ended up getting 3 yeses. Okay, so let's grab a time frame for the last question to wrap up your reading here, Sagittarius. The time frame for question number 3 for Sagittarius. All right, so this one says 3 months. So this first one, it's coming up pretty soon. This one's going to take a little bit longer. And this one kind of like an average amount of time before something happens. All right, guys, so hopefully that makes sense for you, whatever your question is. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, as well as the action buttons at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.